Hey, this is Pete Schmidt. Thanks for checking out my channel and this week's blues guitar tutorial. So for this week I'm going to cover a couple things, including a great song by Sonny Boy Williamson featuring Buddy Guy on guitar. It's called One Way Out. It's also a really famous version by the Allman Brothers from the early 70s off of their double live album. So this is a really great guitar riff using alternate picking, so it doubles up as an excellent alternate picking exercise. So we're going to cover that. As well, I thought I'd talk a little bit about guitar strings. I'm having a bit of a struggle because the climate has changed. I live in a really humid climate and I'm going through guitar strings just so fast. They don't hold their tune and there's a lot of oxidation just really quickly. So I changed strings recently and I was really surprised by a brand that I just discovered. And the brand is by Aurora, the Aurora Ultra Shears. So I put those on the telly and they're great. I've had them on for several days now and maintaining top end. They're not oxidizing, holding their tune perfectly, and I got this sparkle and snap that I'm really digging. So I discovered something. Anyway, I thought I'd share that. I'm going to leave a link down below in the description in case you want to check those out. Alright, so we'll get started with the guitar tutorial, and remember that you can subscribe to this channel for regular weekly guitar lessons. I'm in the key of A major, and this is a 12-bar blues progression. The original riff line was played by Buddy Guy in the early 1960s. It's largely alternate picked, although I do find myself playing some downstrokes as well, a couple downstrokes to start things off, for example. So I'm sure you could do this with strict alternate picking, but you'll notice that probably doing some downstrokes interspersed will help with the flow on this, because the rhythm definitely has a bounce feel to it. All right, so I'm starting things off on the 1 or an A right here. All right. Okay, so there's quite a bit of muting going on, and if you listen to the original version, Sonny Boy Williamson, you'll hear Buddy Guy doing a lot of muting, and that muting is coming from the right hand. So it gives it a bit of a percussive feel. Okay, so I'm going to go really slow here to show you what I'm doing. All right, the 4. Okay, and then the 5. Which is an E. All right. There's that bounce feel that I was talking about. Okay, and here's the 4. To the 1. Okay, and on the second part I do a little bit of a stop, which I'll show you what I'm doing on that. You'll hear it throughout the original song as well. Okay, so there's a stop on that 4 chord. So it's the 5.
Okay, so that's essentially the progression. The keys to that are the picking. Obviously, you want to play in a form that provides that bounce feel. All right, it's rather upbeat. It's pretty quick. So is the Allman Brothers version, actually. I'm going to have a close listen to the variations on the Allman Brothers riff. There are some variations. Of course, it's a little more distorted as well. One thing about Buddy Guy's playing on this track, it sounds like a Fender to me, and back in those days, he was playing a Fender Strat. So I'm using a Tele anyway. I could use the Strat as well. I'll probably get closer to the actual original tone that he had happening there. All right, so the other thing is the muting, the right hand muting. It's a good practice exercise to work on picked muting in any case. Buddy Guy was a real master of that, especially with his clean guitar tone. You can really hear it. It's really percussive. All right, and then there's that stop part as well, which needs to be timed correctly. All right, so I hope that helps, and that's essentially it for this piece. Obviously starting slow and building up to the tempo is the idea on this.
Thanks for checking this video out, and I hope you enjoyed the tutorial and got some ideas on the Buddy Guy rhythmic style via Sonny Boy Williamson. Also check out that version by the Allman Brothers. It's really great. There's a couple variations off the riff. So thanks again, and remember that you can subscribe to this channel for weekly blues guitar tutorials. We'll see you again really soon.